sorry about the fan noise. It's 106 outside according to the exterior thermometer in the Rivian. Don't think it's actually that hot, but it's pretty hot. We've had the Rivian now for a couple of weeks and just wanted to give a quick set of thoughts on what I think of the car so far. The interior is really nice, really premium, doesn't squeak and rattle, very nice design. I'm surprised at how the sunshade-free dash works as well as it does. There are certainly times where the sun's coming over your eyes that this part of the dashboard kind of washes out, but most of the time it's great, and it works like a normal car situated right in front of you. The navigation system is pretty good. It uses pretty standard satellite imagery. It's a little bit low contrast, but it's easy to find your route. If you happen to be browsing the satellite imagery, it can be a little bit hard to see. The materials feel nice and premium. The stitching has a little bit of contrast to it. The textured wood on the dashboard looks really nice and well finished with interesting shapes on it. The Alcantara headliner is nice and well designed. I like the seating materials, and the seats are comfortable. The driving position is great, although definitely higher than I'm used to with normal cars. The things I don't like so far, the only time display is way on the corner of the dashboard. It's a little hard to see. Same thing with the exterior temperature reading. Dashboard is not super configurable. There's only certain things that will show up there depending on which mode you're in. Seat memory seems to not quite get my seat back in the exact position that I had it in, which is a little bit odd, although I have a similar complaint with my Tesla, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Other than that, I mean, the stereo is great, although I hear the earlier versions had a better stereo than what's currently in them, but this stereo sounds fairly good to me. The self-driving features actually work pretty decently. They're roughly equivalent to autopilot in the Tesla, and I find that the Rivian works fairly well and actually nags you a little bit less than the Tesla. It's not as good as enhanced autopilot. It doesn't have automatic lane changes or things like that, and it only works on streets that Rivian has already mapped. But overall, it's pretty decent. Prospective Rivian buyers should definitely think about the fact that this is not a small car. It's a body-on-frame truck and drives more like a truck than a sedan. So keep that in mind. As long as you keep that in mind and can use the extra space, I think the R1S is actually a pretty good vehicle. It certainly rides a little more like a truck than a unibody car. It's not as good as like a Tesla Model S from a ride quality perspective, although it's smooth and quiet. It doesn't quite have the handling dynamics. Rivian hasn't quite gotten some of the electronics to work as well. For example, the phone key doesn't get recognized as quickly or as seamlessly as the Tesla, but I do really like the things just make sense in the Rivian. The more sensible dashboard layout makes a lot of sense. And most things work fairly well. So a month in, we're definitely enjoying the Rivian after the 8 Teslas we've owned.